Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yo, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's Marquis Walker from Boston. Stop playing. I am back with the THHC podcast, episode 37. I kind of wish it was episode 40, but yo, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But listen, I got a special guest in the building. And I already know you guys are here for for Numbz, and that's what's going on. That's what's gonna happen. But Numbz, let me introduce him a little bit, man, because y'all think he's just a rapper. Y'all like, oh, he's a rapper or whatever. Nah, listen. Numbz is a husband. You know what I'm saying? He's a father, MC, a great MC, a podcast like myself. So I honor him in that field too. You know what I'm saying? I might break up some questions on that. I want to see what his podcast game is like. He actually had me on the show, so thank him for that. Him and his co-worker Vaughn. You know what I'm saying? From the Great Minds podcast. Introducing my man Derek, aka Numbz. Stop playing. What's good, baby?
What's good? What's going on, bro?
How you doing, man? How's everything?
I'm great. Doing spectacular, man.
Cool, man. How's the family and because I know you're a father, man. I looked you up on a little bit. I think I heard you on some of your podcasts.
Right.
Saying you're a father. How many kids you got?
2 kids. I got 8 and 3-year-old.
Okay. And the wife's holding you down. I heard that bar and one of the verses is gonna get to it. But you call your wife the GOAT.
That's man. Up. Yeah, she definitely is, man.
That's probably like the first time a rapper ever like called his wife the GOAT. I don't know, maybe. We have to probably look in the records, but that was dope. That was one of the dopest things I've heard, one of the dopest lines I've heard that somebody was honoring and respecting their wife. But how'd she feel about that bar? I know she was going crazy.
She liked it. I mean, obviously, she heard it before it came out. And she liked it. It's always good to get a shout out in a a song or whatever. And I mean, she's the foundation of a lot of it. I mean, she's the reason I'm able to podcast, without interruptions a lot of times. Same with like doing the music and, so that's my way to honor her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She's your rock, your foundation, right?
Absolutely.
I like this, man. This is grown-up rap, man. This album I'm listening to, just the previous ones that I've heard from you. A killer, man.
Appreciate that.
Let's talk about your name first, Numbz, man. Let's get to the audience on what's his name coming from? Like I was like when I first heard it, I was like Numbz. I didn't know. I was like, what is it numbers? Like what was it? What was it before? Like was it long?
It's a long drawn out thing. So it was like, when we rap, I start rapping around 13 or whatever the case is, and it's like, Nicky Numbers. You talking about mid 80s? He used to be like Nicky Numbers. Everybody wanted to be like, the mobsters. We got like Lucky Luciano. You got Lucky Luciano. One of my other boys. He goes by Vertical Jones now, but he used to be Coleon. You know what I'm saying? The Godfather, whatever.
Yeah. Everybody had the names.
That was my joint, and then we got as I got to high school, we just start chopping down and went from Nicky Numbers to Nicky Numbz to Nick Numbz, and then when I'm in college, everybody's calling me Numbz or whatever. So even the period where I stopped rapping, that's what a lot of people call me anyway. So I just stuck with Numbz, man.
That's what I was gonna ask you. That's one of the questions, and I was like, before I dive into this album, I need to ask you. I'm pretty sure the fans want to know. When you in 2008, first of all, why'd you stop? And then where's your material? Like I was like, when I'm researching them, like artists, I'm trying to find like everything they played, everything they put out.
Right.
So is there another platform that I wasn't looking on that for your music? Am I going crazy?
I was really before the streaming era. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of been that long. Like a lot of times, some of my old stuff may be on Spotify or something like that. But like I was selling
like albums and tapes.
Yeah. I got
snap! I gotta see
tapes. Luckily, a really good friend of mine. He was on the album Notes.
Notes.
He was on the joint. No Pressure. Shout out to Notes.
Yeah, he's dope. Yeah.
But anyway, we used to do music. That was one of my college roommates at one point. And the thing with him, like he always keeps his CDs. Like he always keeps his CDs. So I hit him one day, like he's the only one possible that, could have had all the material. So I'm like, yo, you still got those CDs? And then like, luckily he had like an older laptop that still took CDs. He put him on a disk drive, mailed them to me.
What?
And during the pandemic, so like I'm like downloading them, going crazy, listening to the old reckless stuff I used to say. But you know what I'm saying. But
now, what's the difference? Did you curse a lot? Did you like
it was just like
something or like what was your style?
It was just like cursing a lot. Just material I wouldn't want my kids to hear. I should say that.
Okay. Hopefully they never hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like bury them CDs.
Yeah. So I was just happy to have it, not necessarily the content, but like, it put me back into a space where I was like, like, all right, this is before I really got back in rap, and I was just like, oh, this was dope. I used to be nice. I left it at that. You know what I'm saying? This was probably like around when the pandemic first started, when I got I felt like I got my masters back from like Suge Knight or something. or
yo, it probably felt like that too.
Word.
Yeah, that's dope. yo, so tell us how you started rapping again, man. So from 2008, that was like your last pretty much release.
Right.
And then like you kind of went silent. You probably had the family, did all that thing, right? Fell in love. That's what happened, right?
I don't know what stopped it, man. I just, you know what I'm saying? I started working a job, and then it was just kind of like, I kind of got in this space where I was like, in my later 20s, and I was just kind of like, I got married and stuff like that. And I'm just kind of like, well, what can I even rap about at this point? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how I felt. Obviously, there's plenty you can rap about, but like, if you're not feeling it or you have nothing, like I could have forced the issue and made a rap, but I just wasn't, it wasn't in me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it wouldn't have been quality. It wouldn't have been, from the heart, probably. I'm guessing that's how you got to feel something to do something in a sense,
right. So for me at that point, I was just like, all right, I had a good run. It was fun, something I did when I was young, and that was that.
Well, and then you think about it, with rap, that was the thing to do anyway. When you were young, you're supposed to rap. When you by that, you're supposed to have a little career. Then after that, you gotta be responsible and have a family. And it was never like a career. You know what I mean? Like one over 40. Speaking of 40, let's get into this album, man. Oh, yo, why'd you call it 40? I know it was your birthday, so happy belated birthday. Thanks, man. We will be talking about 40, the album from Numbz on the THHC podcast, episode 37. But listen, before we do that real quick, man, did you know who you share birthdays with? A couple people.
I'm looking now. Oh, this is dope, man. Jack Dempsey, Solange. I didn't know that. Oh, my dude, Black. Yeah, I rocked with Black.
Yeah,
Debo.
so
I did not know that.
So you got Jack Dempsey, the boxer, Solange Knowles, the singer, beautiful singers, Black. Beautiful singers, Meri Keeling from The Office, and
I didn't know that.
I like The Office.
I seen a little. That's still yeah. Mindy, she got like her own show sometimes.
Yeah, now she got her own show.
Yeah. I didn't know that, man. I appreciate you looking all that up.
Yeah, then Tommy listed R.I.P. Debo, man.
Yeah.
Anybody else share a birthday with you?
A friend of mine has a daughter that shares a birthday. A good friend of mine, her mom shares a birthday. That's all I can think of. My mom's birthday is a few days after mine, but other than that, nah, I don't know that.
I was just like, yo, I wonder if he knows these people. I was looking up something, and it was like, then I seen Solange Knowles. I'm like, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's dope. I like Solange too.
All right, let's get into this album. I'm gonna introduce it, man, like I usually do, man, just like a breakdown review. I would like you to, after I honor the song, if you could at least at least tell me a little bit of tidbits on, what that song meant to you, or, where you were when you wrote it, things of that nature and stuff like that. Let's get into it, man. Let's stop playing, man. This is Numbz album called 40. 40, about to F 40, Newark, New Jersey. Yo, listen, happy belated birthday, man.
Thanks,
June 24th, 2021, about 29 minutes. 17 seconds of fire. Now, I see you. I remember you said something about Twitter. Like you just talking about Twitter, like Black Twitter. I remember I watch you a lot, so I was like, I'm stalking you. So I was like, yo, on your podcast, I believe with Vaughn, you were talking about. I think it was there or maybe somewhere else, but you were saying something about Black Twitter. When you say Black Twitter, right? It just popped in my head. Are you just referring to Black people and talk about hip hop in our circle that we kind of ride
Yeah,
around.
I think I meant more of like hip hop Twitter.
Oh,
And
hip
just
hop Twitter.
yeah, and just opinions.
Just
Opinions
opinions of
that
people that's in hip hop.
yeah, and to me, some of them crazy. Some of them are crazy. And then I realized, like, before I even like, debate music with certain people, I need to know when they were born. You know what I'm saying? Because I respect errors. You know what I'm saying? So like, I got an older brother. If he thinks Rakim's the GOAT, that's great. I respect Rakim. He's just not my GOAT. I seen people younger than me saying like Soulja Boy and Bow Wow are GOATs. I mean, I can see that, you know what I'm saying, in their own
in their era.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe they was that kid that grew up loving them like that, and then that was their childhood.
Yeah, so I respect.
They could be GOATs. Yeah, they could be GOATs in their mind.
Right. Yeah. So I respect errors, and then I learned about a lot of new artists on Twitter. I got like a lot of supporters from Twitter that like bought the album, streamed the album, reposted it, everything. So I love Twitter, man. I think it's the best.
Twitter too. I ain't gonna lie, Twitter took over. I would think I was more of an Instagram person. Then I started doing Twitter bad. You know what I'm saying? Let's shout out all these people that's shouting you out, man. We got Meri Levine. We got
that's my wife there.
Oh, which one's your wife? This one here?
Meri Levine.
Okay, Meri. Okay, yeah, there you go. What?
That's my niece there.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's family support in the house. Who's this one? This is
my guy friend. We known each other since 86.
What up? It is a dope project. We about to talk about this project. We ain't playing. Great artist and fire. Let's get into it, man. Let's stop playing. But listen, I just like I'm like a spontaneous interviewer. Like I'll be reviewing something. I just start asking questions. My girl got to put up with me. She's right here. All right, number one, right? Welcome to 40, producer Young Swisher, and I do want to add the I'm gonna put them up there real quick. I just want to give shout outs to these producers as well, give them their flowers while we're talking about them. But welcome to 40, Young Swisher. I say Young Swish got game on this track. Our gift is this incredible lyricist that respects the craft and history, loving that he incorporates his family. And then I try to, I was trying to rap. I can't rap. I'm gonna try to quote your bar. Do people quote your bar? I hope so. This is gonna be, hope I do it justice, right?
All right, go for it.
Let's see. A killer in the booth like Kobe. I cried when he died, like he was one of my homies. Numbz. Like I took that bar. I mean, though I could take all your bars, but I took that bar because it stood out to me. Because of course, it meant something. Because after that bar, you talk about your daughter and stuff like that. How you see pictures of Kobe and his daughter, and then you think about your daughter, and you think, I got a daughter too. So like that line really stuck with me and stuff like that. So where were you on this song right here? Welcome to 40.
Welcome to 40 is probably one of the first songs. Like I wrote Welcome to 40 in probably like, I don't know, November. You know what I'm saying? Like I was writing that one, I was writing stuff from like Raise the Bar. So for Welcome to 40 was different. Like it had all of the same lyrics. It actually had a hook initially, stuff like that. And then like when it got close to the album time, it just didn't, I felt like the beat didn't fit with everything else. So I switched the beat up. If you know me, I love Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I love Kobe too. I'm a Lakers fan in Boston. I get beat up all the time.
Yeah. So when I said that bar, like I literally cried when Kobe Bryant died. Like it, I never expected to do that. So like, that happened, and so it's easy to write bars when it's your life experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, so that was the inspiration to that. And then he's got a daughter. You know what I'm saying? And when I see him with his daughter, I think about my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty simple without where
that's what's up, man. And that's why I felt it was a heartfelt bar. I try not to quote a lot of rappers. I just let their art speak for themselves. Once I just can't rap. You know what I'm saying? I do other things. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I hear you.
But let's go to number 2, Greatness. Produced by Track Pros. Now, Track Pros, you've been working with them for quite some time. Tell me about Track Pros. It's 2 guys?
Yeah, 2 guys. They're from Philly. I actually don't know them personally. They're up on BeatStars, which has like just a resource for beats and stuff like that.
Okay.
looking for producers at that time. I hit Abel up, and I was just like, oh, send me a couple producers that you feeling. So we kind of go back and forth on stuff like that. So Track Pros, man, they had some joints. You know what I'm saying? Solid producer team from Philly. So, I think I used them like, on 5 of the joints on here.
Yeah, they got some good joints. Not that's on here because I think they're on Abel. They work with him. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I heard them on somewhere else, man. I'm like, okay, I'm like, I keep seeing this name. I'm like, yo, and then I looked them up.
Dope,
like 2 dudes. I'm like, yeah, they're dope. So shout out to Track Pros, greatness. I on this one, I put the crooning melody, smooth track allows Numbz to be great on the mic. Strong performance on his portrait. It's like you're painting a picture on these songs. You know what I'm saying? I say that a lot for artists. You're an artist as well, but your words are splattering on the wall and it's making art like while you're rhyming and stuff like that. I just my mind goes that way.
Right.
Where were you at on this greatness album? I mean, this single right
here. The greatness joint. I kind of talk about it at the beginning. It's just kind of like, whatever you're gonna do, plan to be great at it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's like something new, something you want to do casually. If you end up not being great at it, that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? But like I think your intentions on whatever you do is just to be great at it. If you end up being average at it, that's cool. So I think it's all just like a mindset, like, everything you do, regardless of what it is, try to be great at it. I mean, that should be your intention.
True.
And, it's just some bars here and there to, say how nice I am too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the sport, right?
It's a little brag. That's all I'm gonna say is you gotta brag. You gotta braggadocio about yourself. If you don't, I don't know. It might not even be hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It might be a certain things you just gotta do, and it just happens to transition to hip hop. Soon as you say a couple things, right? Like on the rhyme or so, right?
That's a fact.
Let's go to number 3. Please Believe It, featuring Derron Fareed.
Derron Fareed.
Derron Fareed. Fareed or Fareed? Say it again.
Fareed.
Fareed. Okay, yeah. I'm bad with names, so I ain't gonna lie. Produced by Track Pros again. This joint is fire too, man. I put Numbz is bringing that authentic vintage bar work to the R&B type tracks, and they got that summer vibe. I can see a video to this, man. I mean, I don't know if you're planning on doing videos with this album, but and then I wanted to shout out the singer Derron as well. Derron. Oh my God, Derron. I'm about to say Derron, like the damn. So Derron, I want to shout him out too. Great singer. But are you gonna make a video? You doing videos? If you do, you gotta do this one, dog. You gotta.
I don't plan on it, man. I just, I'm about just doing the music right now.
Okay.
So probably not. But yeah, with this joint, I actually, again, this is another song that I had a separate hook for, a separate beat for, and then like I felt like with the words, I wanted to make it a bigger song. I've known Derron Fareed for a long time, and he's got kind of like that '90s Joe type of vibe.
Love Joe, dog. Joe's my favorite, man.
Yeah, Joe's dope.
Back in the day.
So
him and Brian McKnight.
Yeah. so he, he had that type of vibe, and then I wanted to make it. It was more of a like a, I ain't gonna say a grimy record, but it was more of a like album record. It kind of, to me, it sounded a lot like Greatness, so I ain't want to, like, the beats were kind of similar. And then I'm like, yo, this needs to be a different type of record. So got a different beat, got him in, and he knocked it out of the park, man.
So do you mix and master the album at the end? So you got the 9 records. So you go, okay, I'm gonna put this one here, this one here. Are you doing that, or the producers are working with you?
I do all that. You mean as far as like arranging it?
Yeah, arranging the tracks, like which one you want first, which one flows into the next one or whatever.
Yeah,
like that's really key because like sometimes things sound like an album, some things sound like songs on a record.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of critical.
No, I do that. I think I'm pretty good at beat selection. And I think the big thing is figuring out how you want to start it, how you want to end it. And then, like, if you got songs that you feel like are a little bit similar, don't put them near each other. Mm-hmm. And then, like, we'll get to it. Grateful, I put toward the end because that's kind of like, you celebrating the whole project, stuff like that. So, like, if you order it wrong, like, somebody might put Grateful in number 2. Like, that's not a good look in this case, anyway.
True.
So it's all about that. And I recorded a lot more than 9 songs for this. Those were just the 9 that made the cut.
I think you did. Did you say you did about 30 or something like that? How many you record?
Well, I recorded a total of, I don't know, close to 40 songs between between October.
Was that on
Halloween.
purpose? 40? No, just
for this album in particular, I probably recorded like, I don't know, maybe like 18. A couple of the songs ended up going on Road to 40.
Okay.
A couple of the songs ended up on 40. Okay. And then some of them were like dope, but they just didn't fit. And then some of them I just didn't think were good enough.
Well, I can't recall every verse that you say, but I remember you saying something about you do 10, all your bars are 10s and you throw your 9s away or something like that. What was that on? So is you throwing those 9s away? Remember you said it on something.
I said that on
Road to 40?
Nah, I said that on Raise the Bar 2, Bar Heavy.
Raise the Bar 2. I was listening to the whole catalog today. So I'm trying to think. I can't. I was just mixing it all up. Had it all together.
I said I throw a 9 out.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Let's do throwing 9s out. Let me get that 9, yo. Let me get that 9. Ghost right for me, goddammit. Do you ghost right?
Nah. I know Abel tapped in and to get into that. I don't know. I don't think I want all my verses. That's how I feel right now.
You're selfish, man.
Yeah, I just do. You know, I want all my verses. Do I think I can do it? Sure. You know,
of course.
I think when I'm done with, like, finally done for real, making music, then I can see that as a possibility. You know, but for now, like, I mean, if I was given like a great deal or a great price, of course, you know what I'm saying, you can't turn certain things down, but like, I need all my verses.
If Drake called you right now, dog, and needed a verse, you were like, okay, you be flying, you trying to jump out the window like with a cape on, dog, with a goddamn tablecloth on, trying to get the Drake, dog.
Of course.
But yeah, that'd be a bag right there. Like if something like that, because I mean, in the industry they say he writes, he don't write. So that's he just popped in my head. Why he always pop up in our heads? Because when people say that does people write, do people not write? I'm sorry, Drake, but number 4, Beat Go Crazy, Othello Beats. I like Othello Beats, man. I've been rocking with this dude too. You know what I'm saying? Like I think a lot more people than you are using Othello Beats. I heard him a lot too.
Yeah, great, I think he on Lil TJ album too.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. On this track, I say Lover Than Soul music with the singing. I got like, I won't say chipmunk sample, but it got the higher pitch sample in it, kind of.
Yeah.
And then I say Numbz is telling us what he's doing on this joint. His booth work does elevate beats. This is what MCs do. So like some MCs get on beats and they elevate that beat. Cause like you ever like, you probably rapped on like, you didn't rap on all classic dope beats. I mean, like back in the day, you probably rapped on whatever beat you can rap on.
Right.
It probably was a trash beat. So a lot of people can elevate that beat. Like it's like say like one of your favorites, if one of my favorites, a Ransom, right?
Mm-hmm.
It could be a trash beat, but if Ransom throws some lyrics and probably flip it the way he might flip it or whatever he does, you might be like, yo, this is dope, going crazy. Right. But somebody else did it, or you did it, or whoever did it, and then it sound as well. Like so, like I think you elevate like music with your voice.
Appreciate that.
Like that. That's what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying? So Beat Go Crazy.
Beat Go Crazy. It was another beat. I probably had this beat since November. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what to pen to it. I knew it could be like a big record though. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way the beat drops and the beat, and it's unorthodox. It's not the typical 8-bar hook. It's a 12-bar hook. So I'm really trying to figure out, and I'm talking about like going through 3 projects, not even knowing like what to do with this beat, but I knew I needed it. And then finally it was like a Saturday morning, just popped in my head. You know what I'm saying? I had the hook first, which is usually the last thing I do. That's usually the last thing I do is the hook. So I had that first, and then the rest of that was curtains. And I thought about putting it out as a single, but I didn't want to put it out as a single because I didn't want people who didn't know my work to think that that's what the whole album was about. Like that the album had that vibe.
Sound like that. I get it.
Yeah, I didn't want them to think it had that vibe. You know what I'm saying? If that was the vibe of the album, sure. So I didn't. In fact, I text Abel. I looked it up. It was like April something. I was like, yo, I'm recording a single for 40 right now. You know what I'm saying? Now it's one of those things where like now you can put it out as a single. You know what I'm saying? I
get it. It's all about timing.
Yeah. So that's like, I know that's been playlisted a couple spots on Spotify. Definitely the most streamed song on the album.
I was gonna ask you that. Was one of my, that's the most. So you already answered it. Beat
Yeah.
goes crazy. Oh snap! That's what's up.
Yeah, that's definitely the most streamed song by a good amount.
Is that your favorite cut on the joint?
Actually today it is. Yeah. Today it is.
They vary, right? Yeah,
it varies. Like 2 days ago, it was No Bad Energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, King James hit me. He loves that joint. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then like, you know, it could be Ooh Baby. You know what I'm saying? I love like that Smokey Robinson Ooh Baby song is like one of my favorite songs ever.
Hey, slow down. We didn't get to it yet. Slow down, man. I got some R&B style I was gonna say. You about to ruin my and I'll
my bad.
Your favorite, my favorite joints vary too. Like, and if you have a great album, that's what it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you might get up in a funky mood and you might want to listen to, I don't know, like something more gospel, like, or something more like you preaching or teaching us something, or you know what I mean, giving us some gems and stuff. Or it might be, or we might want to go crazy, go crazy real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just got to get into, you know what I mean? You might want to do that. So it's mood music. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're getting to know you through your music. Like we like, yo, he was mad on that joint.
Right.
You know I'm saying, I wonder if, you know, maybe his wife didn't cook the extra sauce that he wanted. She, you know, she did the wrong sauce. He's like, yo, I told you to ragu or something. They're like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, it was ragu night for that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell on the mic, you know, that variations of, you know, what they're gonna create and stuff like that. Because, and that's what I love about hip hop and rap, because it's about you. It's actually about you, your life mostly, and you know. So let's get to number 5, man. No Pressure featuring Notez. We talked about him earlier. Track pros production, got that church organ R&B vibe. 90s now, right? Numbz putting pressure on these MCs with discipline of a soldier. Shout out to the singer Notez, man. Stop playing. So where were you at on No Pressure featuring Notez? I love this song too. The singing, everything was legit.
No Pressure. So I had a you know, I said at the beginning, I had a conversation with my man. He's on here now. And he was basically saying, like, you know, he was really into Road to 40. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Road to 40 is tight.
Yeah, thanks. So he was just like, are you feeling pressure about making something better? And I was just like, kind of. And then and I'm just like, you know what? Like I said in a song, like I feel like I do my best work under pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This goes back to like procrastinating, like doing homework. You know what I'm saying? Or
don't bring that back, man. I'm thinking about school now. Oh man, you messed up my whole day.
Writing papers in college.
Yeah, papers.
So I heard the beat, and actually I wrote some of it to a different beat, and then I caught that track pros beat, and the first person I thought of was Notez. You know what I'm saying? I hit him up. He liked the joint. And he was like, all right, well, you know, send it over. And then he was like, is there, you know, any concept? I was just like, you know, it's called No Pressure. He's like, I said, yo, knock it out, man. You know, he write music too. That's one less thing for me to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
So you get that vibe, right? You can get a vibe and feel like who you want on that track. So like, that's really like common, because I know I hear a lot of MCs or musicians, period, say that. They go, oh, I can hear so-and-so on this. So you can hear certain people on your track and go, damn, let me see if I can get this person. That's how you feel on these tracks?
Yeah. A lot of times, like if I know someone in particular, or like Notez, I don't know if you heard of his group. He's in a group called True Soul. So he knows a lot of different.
Now.
All right.
Now.
So he knows a lot of different like singers and stuff like that. So I would be like, yo, I need a female that, you know, sounds like, I don't know, Erykah Badu or Jill Scott or
Anna Marie.
So, you know, I'll hit him up to see like, hey, what do you have a girl that sings like this? Or, you know, in this case, like with the Please Believe It, like I knew I wanted Derron Fareed when I heard the beat. You know what I'm saying? Because just like the vibe, just like his voice, and
he killed it on that one. I got a lot. That's one of my favorite cuts on the album right there. I got a lot. Let's go to number 6. Another one of my favorite joints. No Bad Energy. Produced by Track Pros, not just the title, not just the whole. You know, so some people have a title and then it don't got nothing to do with the record. And you be like, yo, what the hell? You gotta rewind and go, did he at least say the title on it? You be like,
right.
But No Bad Energy, man. I love this joint. This sounds like 70s mixed with like current tempos. He grew up with the greats, you know, the Marvin Gayes, the Princes, you know, the legends, the the Jackie was, you know, like the records, you know, people like coming out actually singing actual records, you know what I'm saying? So you grew up with that.
Oh yeah.
In the background, you know, cleaning the house with your moms or something like that with those
Facts.
records. That's what I was basically saying. It's like you can tell you have that good energy, that old school, old soul energy, right? The track brings good energy to hip hop. Loving the gems Numbz is dropping. MCs are teachers, and you are teaching us, the world, and whoever's the listeners. And I love this record. So no bad energy. Where were you at in this space?
It's just kind of like you know, I feed off of energy. I feed off of like my gut calls like that. And it's like, you know, I say this all the time. I'm like, yo, I'm 40. I ain't got to deal with this. Or I'm 40. You know what I'm saying? Start throwing that out there. But essentially it's like life is short. I got a core group of people that I really rock with, a family that I obviously rock with. So like, I don't have time for like, you know, people that's gonna be negative, not necessarily with me, but just like in general, like people, even people like on social media, like if I'm not feeling their vibe, if I'm not feeling their energy, if they always negative or whatever, then I mute them or unfollow them. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's perfect because I feel that way too, and people be thinking I'm getting, because I used to be a knucklehead. Let's just put it that way. Back in the day, I really transitioned my life when my daughter was born, and I started like doing right, basically college, trying to buy doing whatever,
right,
trying to get passive income, trying to actually help people do stuff. And my circle is just the same. I want them to be, they don't have to all be 100% positive. You know what I'm saying? No one's that perfect, no one's perfect, but they just got to be doing something. They got to be motivated. They got to be like, then I got to feel that energy. I got to feel good about being around them. Like I can't be around, like, and it could be a relative too. Like if you got an aunt that get drunk, maybe you don't want to go to that cookout because you know she's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So like it's just stuff like that. So like I stay away from that too as well. So I kind of get your gist.
Yeah, and it's like you get a limited window, right? Most of us have like a regular job, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you do your regular job, you play with your kids. Every once in a while, you get some adult time on the weekend, and like, why spend it or deal with people that are negative or, you know, are in a bad space? I'm just not gonna do it. I ain't got the time. I ain't got the time for it.
You're wasting your time. You're happiness. We need to be looking for happiness. Anything that makes us happy. I mean, not anything. We can't break rules and stuff, but you know what I mean. Just trying to like, get happiness and be happy with the family. You know what I'm saying? Like, go vacation when you can, and make money. You know what I'm saying? But spend it too. You know what I'm saying? But make sure it's coming in. Think of other opportunities, passive incomes. Think of just hang with those people. It's like Jay-Z. Jay-Z ain't hanging with people he hung out with back in the day. Marcy, he's hanging with other billionaires.
Yeah,
you got to hang around with, like, not saying I'm trying to hang around with billionaires, but if I'm a billionaire, that's who I'm gonna be hanging around with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then because the circle. That circle's gonna be, relative. You know, I need some water. But you know what I'm saying. So, number 6, love that record. Number 7, Win or Learn. Another record that I highlighted too. I like this concept. I just like the message you're giving behind it. Win or learn. You don't win or lose. You win or learn. I was like, I'm like, this dude better make a T-shirt before I do it. You know what I'm saying? But Othello beats again featuring Abel, Meri. Stop playing. I'm a fan of Abel, Meri as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I said this beat is tremendous. While Numbz and Abel do what they do in the lab, MCs get together and elevate each other's wordplay. Loving the message of the record. Abel Meri is just on another planet with his wordplay.
Yeah, he's crazy.
It's like, I don't know. He's mentally like it's just out of this.
He's just gifted, man. He's just gifted, man. It's
so
different.
It's different. Give me the message around that, and and then talk about Abel Meri a little bit.
Win or learn is just it fit well after No Bad Energy. I feel like, you know what I'm saying. But it's like, everything you do in life, like, everybody knows what it is to win. Everybody knows it's easy to high five and be happy when you win. I mean, how do you respond to adversity, right? So like it's that thing. Like if you constantly do the same thing, what's the saying again? It's like if you I can't think of the term, but if you don't learn from your mistakes, then like that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's like something you're doing in life, somebody you dealing with, or it could be anybody. Like you can be in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? Somebody cheats on you and you go back, like, you know, you taking a loss at that point.
Yeah,
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Learning may be that different approach. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you win or you learn. You know what I'm saying? I think you only lose when you make the same mistake.
Thank you, that's my wife.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm thirsty.
You only lose when you make the same mistakes multiple times. So that's basically the gist I was getting at. And Abel's just a monster. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got.
You know, I guys, I reviewed him. I mean, I reviewed some of his projects, and I actually interviewed him too. So go check out that podcast as well.
Yeah, that was dope.
Let's get back to you, man. Stop playing. 8 Grateful featuring King James, produced by Track Pros. King James, I've been following up recently too, and I'm pretty sure I think he's a new MC you guys started interacting with as well. Right. How'd you get in touch with King James, and tell me about this record? Then I'll tell you about how I feel. I was just excited about it. I like this record too. Grateful.
We kind of linked up. We had JR on the podcast. You know, him and JR are really good friends. They got the EP together on the Weather Report joint. They got that together. And then we just started interacting through social media. Like he started following us on the podcast page. Eventually, you know, once I started getting back into music, you know, I was in touch with JR. You know, we're in touch, you know, behind the scenes every once in a while, talk about things. And then I linked up with King James through him, basically. And I heard his album, Prodigal Son, which I thought was real dope. And then I just listened to his concept. You know, all his concepts, you know, he's kind of like on the same page as me with a lot of stuff. And then like when you're on Twitter, you get to know people a little bit, right?
True.
See what type of time they're on, see what type of energy they have. Yeah. You know, get to know people's lives a little bit. I like this content. In fact, I was listening to his album. He gave me a shout out on his album just out of nowhere. Oh, I was like, I was like, all right, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what's up. Oh yeah, he did. Was it Prodigal Son?
Yeah, it was on Prodigal Son.
Yeah, because he said no. I was like, yo, he's talking about no. Like,
yeah,
this, and that's the circle that like we were talking about earlier. People like that, and you know, like Drake says no new friends, but new friends like he's welcome. King James is welcome for a new friend. Let's put it that way. You know what I'm saying? He seems legit. He seems like he's he got some heart, and he got some, you know what I'm saying? He's a genuine guy, he seems like.
Yeah.
You know. I said this is an organic and smooth, soulful track. I said Numbz expressing what he's grateful for. What are you grateful for? You know, that was just for me, actually. I was wondering, like, I just asked myself the question. And then I said King James is another wordsmith, lyrical artist to study. Just like I'm studying, and everyone should be studying your verses as well. Check out Prodigal Son and Weather Report. Those are his joints right there, right?
Yeah.
I love the record. I love King James. It's like it's the only thing I be hating when I'm trying to like hashtag his name, and I gotta put the exclamation point and it won't do it. Everybody know that, right? Everybody hashtagging him. Yo, number 9. This is your R&B debut song, produced by Young Swisher. You know, I heard you get your singing on this one. You got your vocals. You know what I'm saying? They on tape. They here.
Yeah, I got a funny story about that one too.
I'll give you a second. But Young Swisher, I like Young Swisher, man. I don't know, like, he must be young, but I'm saying he's out there, he's doing his thing. But Young Swisher taking us back to that them doo-wop days, like the ooh baby, he got you singing. He got me singing. Look at that. And with the Motown sounds out of the speakers while Numbz raps good, but might need to put his singing career on hold. Did I say just call Smokey Robinson, man? You got his number, you know what I'm saying?
I wish.
Don't you wish you had his number? What about that song? That was a fun record. I love that record, man.
Man. It was a fun record, and you know what I'm saying? When you record by yourself, that's the type of stuff you could do. You know what I'm saying? When you record yourself, you can do stuff. So here's a funny story about that. So I'm listening to the song. I'm like, yo, like I absolutely like. I don't know if you're familiar with the movie Coolie High.
Oh yeah, classic, man. Come on, man. Coolie High.
Coolie High is my personal favorite movie of all time.
Oh snap!
Yeah,
it's a good movie though. Yeah, it's a good movie.
So, there's a saying with Cochise's dancing with Tyrone's girl and Ooh Baby Baby's on. That's where I learned it from. You know what I'm saying? Initially.
Yeah, yep.
They play it at the party or whatever. So anyway, I'm playing the track. As soon as I heard the beat, I'm like, it's a rap. I'm definitely using this. It's like a no-brainer to me. But all right, so I sing it real low, like on the initial one. Like you can hear it, but it kind of blends in. Like it's not like loud. It's not like real noticeable, right?
Yeah,
I'm like singing it in like a whisper. So I get it back. Like Abel mixed it, and then he turned that joint up. I got the mix back. I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't.
So on the final, you turned it up and you didn't know?
Nah. I wasn't expecting
the final, but you knew, yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to be as loud as it was. Because how I recorded it initially, it kind of like you can hear it, but it kind of like
it's like low. Yeah, you're like, oh, they won't worry about that. They won't be,
I say, dang, he almost turned the beat off, like, you know what I'm saying? But that was funny. A couple people hit me up about it. But yeah, man, I had fun with it, man. That's one of my favorite songs. I sing it often.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
All you need is 2 more singing lessons, man. That's all you need. Don't let nobody tell you anything different.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? This is how the confidence to be cocky about it. No, stop playing, man. Yo, you got some time for some questions?
Yeah, man. What's up?
Oh man, I got some questions for you. Let me take this down. We want to see your name, though. You know what I'm saying? You want to take all this bandit stuff down. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna stop. We gotta get into this. Oh, you know what? I actually wanted to show you other records before we even get into it, and we could talk about them real quick. Albums. Raise the Bar came out in 2000. What was that in November? No,
it was on Christmas.
Christmas. Yeah, Christmas. Mm-hmm. Raise the Bar 2, 2021. That was in January, maybe? No, February.
Raise the Bar. Actually, Road to 40 was February. And Raise the Bar 2 was April.
Oh, April. That's right. I got them mixed up. But I didn't put the dates, but I was just 2021. Oh, these are great releases. They're mostly EP. Are they all EPs? These are all EPs, right?
These are all EPs except the last one.
Okay. Oh, and then I got a question. I got questions. This That's why I want to start off. That's why I want to start this off. Will we get a Raise the Bar Part 3 with Abel Meri? Yes.
We're gonna do Raise the Bar 3 for sure. That'll be the end of the trilogy.
I knew. I was we gotta get a third one. We gotta get a
wrap it up. The first 2 we did was 5 songs each. I would imagine you probably do a little bit more. Got a couple of ideas in store that we want to work on. But yeah, we back toward the end of the year for sure.
All right. And the next question was and are you creating a story with the albums and projects? So when I say that, I mean see how you were saying you got Raise the Bar, then it's like Raise the Bar 2, then you're gonna do the third. But then you had Road to 40, then you have 40. Are you gonna do a third something, or you just gonna does it stop there with the 40?
It doesn't stop. It's a continuing story. Now that I'm 40, his was kind of next.
Yeah.
I got the title. I ain't gonna get into it yet, but I'm like 8 songs, 7, 8 songs in on the next one already. But I'm gonna let 40 cook. I'm gonna let 40 cook for another.
You gotta let 40 cook, man. It got some heat on it, man. So you just got to, man. Where I already asked that. I was saying, where can we find your passion for corns? We already got into that. Losing and gaining passion for hip hop or other subjects can be depressing and satisfying depending on the person. Explain your transition back into rap, because I know a lot of people, we were talking about it earlier. I just want to get deeper into it. When you stop doing something that you love and you have passion for, where does that passion go? Does it just goes where? Where does it go? Does it just
look, man? In that time off, I tried occasionally to pen something more. I hear a dope beat, but no more than a couple bars would come out. And even those I felt were forced, you know what I'm saying? Because look, I was still in the phase what am I going to rap about? You know what I'm saying? This is before me listening to Sky Zoo and guys like that I'm they created a whole different lane. of rap, because it's like, you know, for me in my mind, it was like, all right, there's Mobb Deep, and then there's Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna do Will Smith. So
Yo, I know you didn't just say that was the spectrum, right?
nah, I mean, I was mistaken, obviously, but that's how I felt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of like, what am I gonna rap about? So I was just, you know, I was content with what I did. You know, the conversation will always be, yo, you used to be nice, that type of thing. And I was cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I just thought it was finished. So, you know, it wasn't a huge deal for me at that time.
I figured that. I was like, because I mean, I just wanted to like get deeper into it only because like I lost my drive for like art, and then I'm trying to get it back myself. Like so, it's like I used to, I draw a lot. I'm a cartoonist, and I haven't like drawn something in a long time. But I've been doing other things. I like all my passion's always been hip hop too, and music too. But I've been like diving more into it as you see me doing podcasts and interviews and stuff like that. So, and I'm really loving it, and it's making me happy. So I do it more and more and more. And, I do this for free.
Right.
I love it. So like that's why like I was like, did that passion go somewhere else? Like, did you start, sewing sweaters or something? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just making a joke, but like, where did that passion go? That's what I was trying to dig for.
Oh, like what else did I do?
Yeah.
A lot of things. I was I coached basketball for 11 years on the high school and college level.
Oh, okay.
So I was tied up in doing a lot of stuff like that. Obviously that took a lot of time. And I still loved hip hop. I still listen to tons of hip hop and stuff like that. So I guess, some of it, I have a great love for basketball and coaching basketball that probably can rival doing music. So, for that, it was just kind of like, I guess that offset a lot of it.
Yeah. Oh, that's what's up. What do you do for fun, man? Like, what do you do for like? Do you ski? Like, what? Give me something that you do for fun that like we're gonna be like, what? He does what? What do you do to relieve stress, man? Like, give us some tips, man.
Like I exercise. I just started playing, basketball with my friends once a week. A couple work friends, stuff like that. I work out at the gym, but mostly, yeah, I'm a homebody, man. I watch some TV. Every once in a while, and I need to do this more. I was big into reading a bunch of different books. I got a lot here that I need to catch up on, that I hope to do so soon. And a couple other ventures that that'll be coming to the forefront pretty soon. So
that was actually one of my questions. Books. I love books. I love to read. That's another thing I got to stop doing again. I've been reading a lot on musicians, so like I still read every day, but it's not like reading a book from beginning to end. What are you reading now? And can you recommend any books for your fans or anybody listening?
The best book I would say I read maybe in the last 2 years, 48 Laws of Power.
That's that's not 50. That's not the. Which one was that one?
Nah,
no, that's the original one. That's the original one.
Yeah, that's the original one.
Robert Greene.
I forget the author of that.
Robert Greene for some reason. I don't know why that popped in my head.
I'm probably like, I don't know, 30. I'm probably like on law 30. I still got to finish that, but that book was good. I got a book. Actually, I linked up with Abel for the first time on my birthday. I don't know if you saw the pictures.
I did. I went into the Instagram thing real quick, and I was saying hi and stuff, but then I had to take off. I had to leave. I couldn't stay long. I was like, hey, what up? I was trying to say hi to y'all.
Yeah, I put a post on my page. So he shot up for the party from VA to New Jersey to show love, which is dope. But he gave me a book. It's called Hip Hop Yearbook. It's like a real yearbook, but it's like on hip hop. It starts from like 1981. They got like a Nas chapter, a Lil Wayne chapter. So
what?
Yeah, I got a trip coming up in a couple weeks, so I plan on reading that.
I gotta snatch that book up. Shout out to whoever wrote the book or put it all together, man. I'm gonna have to get that book too. So that's another reason I ask that question to everybody. I don't care who it is. If it's somebody's writing books or whoever I interview, I always ask them what they're reading because that's interesting. I love to read and I want to pick their brain. Then you get to know that person more too, not just by their shoes or their nails or what their hat they wearing. You know what I'm saying? It's like what they reading, what interests you. You know,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Are you an adventurous guy? Like, because I was trying to get to. Do you do skiing? Do you do what do you?
Nah,
do? Like,
nah,
you do nothing crazy? Parasailing?
Crazy. I don't need no heights. I don't need none of that. I used to do roller coasters as a kid, but like I'm an old man. I I don't need none of that right now.
No, you're 40. No, you ain't old. Yo, no, you might Derek. You want to cut it out, man. Because I'm older than you. And I'm not old, man. You want to cut it out.
I hear you. I ain't doing nothing too adventurous though. That I'll tell you.
But speaking of like 40, okay, like I'm gonna say mid-year, right? You know what I'm saying? Our mid-year live, right? So speaking of mid-year, it's mid-year, 6 months has passed. You guys are talking a lot about on your platforms and other platforms, everyone's talking about the best 6 albums or best albums so far, or the best LPs so far, or the best blah 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 so far. I caught you on wait a minute. I caught you on Don't Sleep on the Couch podcast.
Right.
With your partner Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? From the got all these podcasts from the Great Minds podcast, your podcast, talking about Lloyd Banks, man. All right. What's your beef with Lloyd Banks, man? Because that's one of my favorite MCs, man. What's going on? We got beef right now, though.
I don't have a beef with Lloyd Banks. Like I used to like Lloyd Banks a lot back in the day. Obviously he was on fire with G Unit and all that. I like his first 2 or 3 albums. I don't know, man. I guess like in 2021, like I was actually like kind of excited to hear the album. Everybody was going crazy. Again, it's one of those hip hop Twitter things. I didn't even know people still listen to Lloyd Banks. You know what I'm saying? Or were checking for him like that. You know what I'm saying? But obviously there was like tons of mixtapes that I missed out on or whatever the case is. So I'm like, all right, I'll give it a listen. The playlist was crazy. I mean, the track listing is crazy. Benny Styles,
the features and stuff on there, yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I don't think it's a bad album. I heard it 2 times. It was cool. Lloyd Banks still got the same monotone flow, and he says things, and it looks like he's picked up some wisdom from the time I used to really listen to him. But like, I don't know, man. I just thought most of it was boring. I didn't.
You know why I think that? And this is my thing. Because I'm gonna give you a huge example, right? And here go my boy. Of course, he comes in when you start talking about Banks, right? But so I go like this. So basically, back in the day, yeah, Banks was dope because you could understand it was clear, and he had the bars. He had the bars, bars. He was hitting you. You know what I'm saying? He was killing us. He was with the quotables. Everything was a quotable. It was like, what the hell is this? Who is this guy? Right.
Right.
And then he started doing song structure. His first album was great. Second album was okay. And then he, that song structure, and then like his voice, like he's Cookie Monster eating peanut butter. So nobody really understood him. I fell off him. I ain't gonna lie, he was one of my favorite MCs. You can ask Sean Middleton down below. And then I was loving it. Then I stopped listening to him too, like the mixtapes or whatever. I went out to other rappers or whatever. But then his little comeback this year or last year, whatever, when he was like featured on certain albums and stuff like that, I was like, oh, this dude kind of sound crisp. He sound more mature, and then I could sound him. I could hear him. Like I was like, oh shit, I could hear him his verse. Yeah. And then I was just as excited when I heard this album. The reason I like it, not just because the longevity, and he's bringing back to the 3 verse platform. Yeah, 3 verse platform. Is that he's like you said, he's more mature, and he's got something to say, and he's not just rapping about money, clothes, and holes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He got a family, and he got friends, whatever he got money. He's doing something. He's giving us gems, and his flow is like it might. I think the reason you might think it's boring because it's a story. It's like he's rhyming, and he don't stop. It's like you're like, is he gonna stop? Like every bar you go, is he gonna stop? But it's musical to me, to my ears, because it's like say like an ocean. It's like that's how Banks sounds to me when on these tracks, and I'm just like, yo, he's killing it. Like, I'm really getting into it and listening to the bars. He's really spitting some quality stuff. So, but did you know Young Buck put out an album today?
No, I did hear it.
You wouldn't listen to it? Would you listen to Young Buck's album?
Probably not. You know what I'm saying? I like that first joint he had, the Cashville joint. I think
he came out. He had one single. I think it was this year that I liked.
Right.
And but this I did listen to. I think it's 7 tracks. It's not good at all. So sorry, Young Buck. Sorry, Young Buck, man. I did listen to it, man. I ain't gonna be reviewing your album, so you heard it first. Don't say it, but did you watch Keith Sweat and Bobby Brown last night?
Nah, you know what, man. I'm not as big on the verses as everyone else is. Like I like some of the early ones when they had the producers on. For me, I thought it was more of a and I think it's a cool idea because it's like a free concert, right?
Yeah.
Of people that we looked up to and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. I liked it better when the pandemic was going on, where like, it was good
We
for a
had to be
pandemic.
in the house.
Yeah, like it's good for a pandemic. A lot of times, what I do and what I do enjoy doing is getting like the list from Tidal the next day. If they post like the list, so I do like that about it. I think Tidal's. I think the verses are a great idea, but I really haven't watched one intently since Jada and Fab.
Yo, the Jada, yo, what you think about the Jada and Fab one, real quick? Who got washed?
I think I think it was dope. I think Jada won because he was able to add like just his verses on like other songs like Blackout and stuff like that. And really like the verses format is like it's tough, right? Because I feel like it's based on hits. Like so you got Nori and Siegel coming up, I believe, right?
I believe so, yeah.
So you have Nori's not even in the same ballpark as Siegel. But if you go with like hits, like Nori wins it. So that's part of it I don't like because you're not gonna hear like one of my favorite Siegel songs is like Nothing Like It. You got Die. Like he's not playing Die at a verses.
He's not. He's
know
not.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, certain songs that you love, like the underground, like I always call them the side Bs. Right. You know, the side Bs, the side A's is on the radio or whatever. Everybody knows it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that, whatever, Billy Joel record or whatever, right? And then like, you know what I'm saying, side B is the one we jam into in the club or hanging out at the house. What, you know what I'm saying? So I always say that was like the side Bs are usually the best, man. Or the remixes or something like that.
Right.
You know have you done any remixes recently? Do you do remixes?
I haven't. Someone did reach out to me about a remix of Please Believe It. Yeah, I'm open to it, you know what I'm saying, depending on what the person sends. The person's, I'm cool with. I like his music too, so we'll see what's up.
That might be dope, man. We might get that. Can you predict? This is what I want you to do. I want you to predict the 5 producers you're gonna be working with in the near future. And I want you to predict the 5 MCs you're going to be working with that's going to be featured on your next project or other project, future projects. Can you name those 5 producers and those 5 MCs that will be on? Because we're speaking into existence.
We're working on a wish list.
Yep.
Okay. Definitely MCs. I would say definitely JR. Definitely somebody I want to work with.
Nice. Yeah.
Hopefully we could work something out. I mean, we got a relationship, so I mean, we see what's up with the time, if the time's right or whatever.
And it's J.ARRR, right?
Yes.
JR.
Right? JR is dope.
I might be thinking JR Swift or somebody else. It's another rapper, JR, whatever. I don't
know. Super cool dude. I mean, Sky Zoo's on top of my list. You know what I'm saying? As far as like
that project is dope.
Anybody like, I mean, like, of course you take a Nas or a Hove, but that's just to do it at this point and but like, people. Yeah, I mean, Sky Zoo's definitely up there for MCs. Ransom, of course. I mean, Jersey.
I thought you already got the verse. I ain't gonna lie. I thought you were gonna say, yo, I already got that verse.
Nah. Ransom.
Hopefully you're working on getting that verse, Ransom. Ransom, what up?
That's 3. Trying to think of someone else. Shay Noah, obviously. That's 4. I would love to work with her. And let me get a.
You already know how I feel about Shay Noah.
Yeah. Let me think of a fifth person. I mean, RJ Payne, man. You know what I'm saying?
RJ Payne. I heard y'all talking about the RJ Payne project. You actually listened to it, and a lot of people were kind of like, I won't say blind to it, but like, it's this. He has so much work. He has so much. Listen, I can't even keep up. I listen to a lot.
It comes out fast. It comes out fast.
But he's a dope MC. It's like, yo, then you listen to the album, you gotta break it. It's gonna take me a month to break it down. Then he already put out 6 more after that.
Right.
I'm like, oh.
that Beautiful Pain 3 is phenomenal. All of them are actually, but
it's great. Now, what about the producers? Let's get some beats under them bars, baby.
Who would I want to work with? Is that what you're saying?
Who you want to work with? Who's on them heavy hitters that you feeling out there right now?
Heavy hitters. I got I got one that I am working with now. I'm not when we lay everything out. I don't want to put him out there like that. But there's a real dope Midwest producer I've been working with.
Okay.
So
can't wait to hear that. Whoever it is, you know what I'm saying?
That'll come out soon. But other guys, I mean Kanye. Kanye. Kanye is one of my favorites. Kanye is my favorite producer.
Or new Kanye beats?
Old Kanye. I mean, that's soul Kanye. You hear how I pick my beats?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got some soulful beats. I love
Kanye, Just Blaze, obviously. That intro beat remind me like of a vintage Just Blaze joint. Yeah. I'm trying to think of who else. Craven. Yeah, someone I'll definitely.
Yo, dude, this dude is like, I think you cut his wrist. It's like soul's gonna come out of it, like
right.
Soul juice. It's like you know what I mean. Rita Franklin might just pop out his like what the hell? What's going on with him?
Yeah, man.
What else you got? I love Craven.
So that's 3. Swiss will give me. I don't know that I need a full project from Swiss, but he can give me that
over the top beat, that club joint, or what you looking for?
That beat go crazy. That's what
beat go crazy. Yeah. I was gonna say, the beat go crazy joint.
That's what Swiss got me. And then gotta say Primo, man. I mean, that's East Coast for real. You know, I know he's not from East Coast. Well, I mean, you can't. What? I mean, he's from Houston, correct?
From Houston, but yeah,
but like
I rap a lot, but yeah, I'm just now got these quoting rhymes, but but he's from Houston, but he claims East Coast, man. He's East Coast. He's everything. Right. He's worldwide. We can claim everybody can claim Premier.
So give me Primo will be my 5th.
Yo, I love it, man. I love the. Do you think the 90s is the best rap era?
Rap and movies.
And movies, huh?
Yeah. We actually just put out an episode today talking about that.
What's the episode on? Promote the show, because it's around that time, man.
Great Minds Podcast. IG at the Great Minds Podcast. YouTube Great Minds Podcast. Twitter Great Minds P1. But we went through top 10 black-led 90s movies.
Oh, snap! I gotta watch that. I gotta catch up to that.
It was crazy because, like, there were albums. There were movies that you just knew would make your top 10, but when you finally like laid them all, I got down to like 18, and I was like, "Yo, this is crazy."
Yo, I've been doing that too. Like with the Passive podcast that comes on Sundays at 6 for me. Man, my boy's been like trying to break down stuff like that too. It's difficult. Movies or even the music. Like if you try to break down even breaking down the top, what's hot now. Like you did that. Y'all been doing that too. The top 5 EPs or whatever. Like it's difficult sometimes because there's a lot of good music out there. Right. Hey, besides hip hop, what other genres of music catches your attention, and what are you blasting right now? Get some recommendations for R&B or anybody else? Gospel or something?
A lot of oldies. A lot of like I've been rocking to I don't know if you know Billy Stewart. He's the dude that sings the original "Sitting in My Car" that Slick Rick.
Sitting in my car, waiting for you. I can't sing either.
I've been listening to Lil Him, a lot of Blue Magic. I'm a huge fan of Snow Allegra and Amy Winehouse.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's kind of my lane when I'm not listening to rap. I actually don't even listen to like tons of rap.
Yeah.
More.
And then you have to be like probably convinced. Like I know a lot of people that need to be convinced to listen to somebody new. Do you have to be convinced to listen to somebody new, like a new MC?
I tell you who I just got up on. That's crazy nice. Your Old Drogue.
I've been up on him. I've been up on him.
Yeah, he's tough, man. And the crazy thing about him is like I just listened to the Time Project. Was crazy. He had the basically the EPMD remake to Please Listen to My Demo on there. It's called Please Listen to My Jew Tape. And he kind of tells his story. That joint is crazy. And then I didn't even know, like, I saw a picture of him. I thought he was like, a mixed guy, he kind of looked like DJ Drama to me in the picture. I saw like a guy that's maybe like Hispanic and black or half black, half white. Like this dude is straight up Ukrainian. I'm like, yo.
There's another album you got to listen to. That's the latest one. Mm-hmm. But I love the one he got with the God Fahim. It's called The Wolf on Wall Street.
Okay.
So go
Yeah, I
check
heard a lot
that
about
one
the
out.
guy for him.
Yeah, just go check them out like when you have time. You know what I'm saying? Just like people need to check you out. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? And this is what this is for, man. So it's the end of the show, man. I want you to promote, man. I love having you on, man. You're a genuine, great
Appreciate you.
stand-up guy, man. I could tell you're a great father and a great person just to be around. I could tell you got good spirit and good aura. And I'm glad to be a friend of yours and a colleague, you know, with the podcast and stuff like that, man. I'm glad you came on the show. I appreciate it, man. And so what you got? What you got coming out, man? What's going on? What you
got? Yeah, check out 40 stream that. You can purchase it on iTunes, Numbz 40. You can purchase it on Amazon. It's streaming everywhere you can stream music. I'm on IG at Numbz Music, NUMBZ Music. IG on Twitter at Numbz NUMBZ 16. The number 16. And I'm on there, interact, post things when I do them, and you know, updates and all that go on IG and Twitter. So appreciate it.
Hey, I will be sharing. You know, I do it for all my videos for my review. I will be giving you a great review in the description. So everybody check for that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say what it is. Like I gotta come back and look. Man, thanks. Like I said, thanks again for being on the show, Derek, man. AKA Numbz, man. I appreciate the work and the effort that you're putting into hip hop and the time and the way you respect it and have the for the whole genre and just the way you carry yourself as a man, man. I could see it's classic, man, already. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate it, man. Any kind words for the audience?
Thank y'all for checking in. Just stay in tune. Be dropping something before you know it. But for now, rock that 40. Rock that 40. A lot of balance on the album, a lot of different joints that you can vibe to depending on your day. 9 minutes of straight fire, no skips.
Yep, no skips. No skips. I want to shout out Meri Levine. I want to shout out 21. Is it Massey? Is it Sienna? Bonham? Siani. Nowadays, I'm about to put them up again. You gotta help me. Friends, is it Franzu? Franzu Zimon. See what I'm saying? They gotta kill me. They gotta kill me. They gotta kill me. But it's funny, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm back. If they watch any of my videos, I'm chopping up rappers' names, producers' names. They got as soon as they meet me, they're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill these rappers. Are gonna kill me. Shout out to Sean Middleton too, and everybody that came and visited, man, and checked out the project, checked out us live, and checking out this video later. This is Marquis Walker, man. I'm signing out, man. Y'all know what I say, man, all the time. It's all us love over hate, man. That's it, man. And keep your circle tight and make money. That's all I gotta tell you. Passive income, baby.